Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of identifying functions. This is standard 8.5G in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 34 of the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. Alright, so we've got mappings here that represent y as a function of x, but only one of them actually does. So there's a way to solve this even if you don't necessarily know what that means, that y is a function of x. But let's still go ahead and define that for us here. What does that mean when we have a function? When y is a function of x, that key term here means that each x has just one y value. So each x can only be mapped to one y value. So if we were to graph these right here, what we might see these kind of all over the place, but what we wouldn't see is we wouldn't necessarily see two y values on the same line for x, right? So let's say that we've got this a right here, and we're going to just plot that maybe right up here, right? That 0.25, 0.50, all right, and then the 0.35, 0.70 might be right there. But then take a look at this. We've got the 0.45, 0.90, so that's moving up right here. But then look at this 0.35. It also has an arrow that goes down to the 1.10. So I'm going to have to go back to this 0.35. That's the 45, right? 35 right here. It's going to go all the way up here, and it's going to go up to like this 110. And see, that is not a function, because if I were to connect the line right here and draw a straight line, right, it would actually touch the graph twice. So when you graph it, right, you actually have a vertical line. And you could use a vertical line to say, if the vertical line only touches the graph once, it's a function. If it touches the graph more than once, then it is not a function. So A does not work. So let's check B. All right, and B, hopefully we are seeing that we've got some issues already. I'm going to just kind of graph it like this, right? And let's say we've got 20, 40, 60, 80. And I'll just count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so take a look at what we've got here. We've got 20. It's going to go to both 5. And look, it goes down to 20 as well. So we've already busted our vertical line rule. 40 goes to 15. And then 60 goes to 10. So that would actually go right there. So it would kind of go like this, but it busts our vertical line rule. So that doesn't work. So that's really what we're looking at. So let's look at, let's see, C. Well, look, I could see C is going to have 0, -5, and 0, -9. That's not going to work either. So let's double check D. So it looks a little bit messy because you've got this -1.5, right, coming to that 1.5y. So that's going to go way up there. But then take a look at these next three x's. They all go to that same 1.0, right? So it's going to be this -1.0, this -0.5, and that 0.5, they all go to that 1.0 there, but does it pass the vertical line test? Well, if you were to connect it kind of like this, yes. You could draw as many vertical lines as you want to, and you're not going to touch the graph twice. So each x goes to just one y, even if multiple x's share the same y, that's fine. Each x goes to just one y. My answer is D.